welcome back to the channel. Where do you find us this time, Mark?
Benidorm on the sea.
Mark's favourite place
It's not
ever.
yours, is it? You hate it, yeah.
I don't hate it, no, I like it, it's alright, but it's not my favourite place. But yeah, it's yours, and we've been here since...
I don't know, a few days, haven't we? 3 days, something like that.
We booked onto this campsite, which is called Camping Benidorm. Surprise, surprise, we're not at Racco this time. They're having a lot of work done at Racco. They're having a new Aldi built next to it.
They sold some of the land off, aren't they, and doing earthworks, and they're making loads of noise. So.
Went past the other day, and some of our subscribers saw us and said it's been a bit of a nightmare, really. So
yeah, they ruined it, haven't they?
Yeah, it's very noisy, diggers digging and everything, so I'm glad we came here. But this is lovely.
It's a small, intimate site here, and it's not as big, but it's nice, isn't it?
This is lovely.
St George's Day
celebration
the other day, didn't we?
Was it?
Tuesday, was it?
Tuesday it was, yes. Free artists on and everything. It was brilliant, weren't it?
It's got swimming pool and everything, hasn't it? I don't know if it's quite warm. I went and sat in sun earlier for a bit, but I didn't try the pool, but I might do. So.
And it's that intimate. We've got a quiz on Friday. So there's karaoke on Saturday, and they do carveries on a Sunday, and it's not massive, so everyone seems to know each other. There's a lot of residential here, so you see the same face all the time. I like it. I really like it.
We've, as I've said, been here for a few days. We've primarily come here to get CHICCO sorted with his rabies, so he's sorted now 3 years. We've been to the vets this morning.
Yeah, we've just come back with him now, and he were ever so good. The lady there was really, really understanding. Good boy, good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I know you are. No, you are.
He's so lover. He's so lover. He's so lover.
He's so lover. And he didn't scream much, did he? No, he was very good. No one likes injections, do they? So we're just going to give him a quick walk around camp now and make sure he's all right. The sun's just starting to poke its head out. I must admit, this is the first cloudy day we've had since we've been here.
Well, yeah, I think it has, hasn't it? It's been a bit cooler, hasn't it? Well, the day we got here, it was a bit of rain, wasn't it, and stuff, but it's cleared up nicely now.
The next few days haven't given very good, but we'll wait and see what happens.
We're only here for a few more days, and then we're going to head off yet again a little bit further south. We are running out of time, aren't we? We've booked a return ferry, so for in about 4 weeks' time, so we're going to have a tootle down south for a couple of weeks, and then come back, aren't we? Hopefully?
Yeah, we are.
Talk about fantastic views right from the motorhome. Our motorhome is there. And you just look here. You've got the famous mountain ranges in Benidorm, haven't you? One with a giant piece kicked the piece out to the left hand side.
It's a bit cloudy today, isn't it?
Yeah, it was perfect this morning. And then we've been down to the vets and it's clouded over a bit, but they probably think it's going to be stormy when it's like this here, but it's not. It's still sunny, isn't it?
And by the way, we haven't told you how much we're paying here. Racco wanted €26 an hour without electricity. Here we've got €19.50 without electricity.
Yeah, we don't need it because we've got the solar panel that we're getting full. In fact, during the daytime, the fridge is running on the inverter, like it's on hook up, and then at night it's on the gas, and we're still charging our batteries up fully. So. And
English-speaking people are running it, aren't they?
More or less,
food is absolutely
breakfast.
gorgeous.
€4 for a little breakfast, and the large one £6.
And if you're nice.
If you're into your beer, local beer here, it's local brewed lager, pint of lager and lime. I had on St George's Day, €2.
€2. Guess who got a bit light-headed? So where we just been shopping as well?
We've just been to his favourite English supermarket, the Iceland one, haven't we? Just down the road, actually. Again, it's only 2 minutes on the e-scooter.
How much was bread? €5?
I don't know. I think it was €3 a loaf, wasn't it?
I know that I've bought some sweeteners and they were €5.
Really?
Yeah, but I need them. I can't compromise on because I only drink hot brews. So yeah, let me show you what I got anyway. Put it all out on here before we went out. Mark got some kebab meat, didn't you?
Yeah, frozen one that I get from Iceland back
Got some pitters to go with that. They were £5, weren't they? Crisps.
Yeah, €5.
Tiny bag of prawn crackers, €3. Some Garibaldi biscuits for me. Butter, that was $3.90. Was it $3.95? Yeah, it were.
Yeah.
And Mr. Kipling, they were $2.95. So anyone who goes shopping regularly, you'll know it's all inflated, but we've only got a tiny bit.
Well,
€35
from last time,
isn't it? We've come out and it's €35.
Yeah, we know it's expensive from last time, but it's just things you can't get here in Spain. So it is what it is, isn't it? If you don't want to go, you haven't got to. And we normally say we're not paying that, but
well, you know me. I won't pay things for this. I won't pay for expensive things, but if you need it and you want it, why live without it? So we're down in the old town. We've not only come back to Benidorm because Mark likes it, We've come back because the last vlog that we did of Benidorm, we got a lot of messages of people saying they've been years ago and it's rough and it's horrible and it's...
Yeah.
I won't give you 10p to go there, but we want to show you the good bits of Benidorm. But throughout this video, we're also going to tell you a few things that's going on in Benidorm that you need to be aware of if you do come here. Scams, things like that. So stay tuned and we will tell you what our top 5 scams are in Benidorm. So everyone seems to think it's really seedy and horrible and full of young uns on hen do's and stag do's. It's not. If you want peace and quiet, you can come to the Old Town, and this is where we're at now. This part is where a lot of filming goes on, Benidorm, and lots of films.
It's like the headland, isn't it? A bit what juts out. Whichever part of Benidorm you're on, if you go down to the beach, you'll see it, won't you?
Yeah, it's lovely and quiet. There's lots of restaurants here. Tapas Alley's just down the road. And you can come here and you won't be bothered by the headbanging music or the young uns.
No, chilled out, isn't
Nice and chilled, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, Mark, the bells.
Yeah, it sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Getting better.
They're not
They're
as
like
miserable
English,
now, are they?
Almost like English bells. Talking of English, I've just had fish chips and mushy peas, haven't I?
Yeah, he has.
And red sauce. It's nearly as good as Chinese.
Now, we went to JJ's last year when we came, but they've done it all up. It's absolutely gorgeous now,
historically,
isn't it?
anyone who's been to Benidorm regularly, it's JJ's, and then there's John and Joseph's, and they all sort of like mixed together and shut one down and started doing the other one up, didn't they? And it's all done now.
Yeah, so if you do come to Benidorm, we do highly recommend John and Joseph's to go there for your meal. I've had chicken and chips. Oh God, it'll be really nice. You get a lot as well. If you've got a big appetite, you won't be disappointed. So we just stood here anyway, and I wanted to tell you about the beach. There's 2 beaches here. There's Levante Beach and there's Pointier Beach. Now, top tip, if you're coming to Benidorm, one of the scams involves the beaches. Now, do not buy any of the drinks off the sellers on the beach. It is actually illegal to drink on the beach.
As the weather picks up, it'll get more busier when more people go on the beach. It's still, as you'll see in the background, it's gone cloudy this afternoon, it's cooled off a bit. So the beaches are dead now, aren't they? But as they get busier, it'll become more of a thing, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be more tempting because you'll be hot. Like I said, it's illegal to sell drinks on the beach. They're not doing it for any of the bars. They're actually going down alleyways, making them next to bins. And if you've got any alcohol, whatever's in them, it'll be very little anyway, but it'll be done with cheap ingredients. It will make you very poorly. The Benidorm Tourism Board do try and warn people about this. They make them look very, very nice and very tempting and very cheap, but you will end up poorly, so stay away from the drink men on the beach.
And moreover, especially because this time we've ridden down the front on the popular side, not on the newer town side, and there seems more bars open than ever, isn't there, on that side? So you're not sure, you just go to the bar, you know where it's coming from then.
Yeah, and the bars do, and if you're in a bar, don't ask for a double. The measurements in Benidorm are plentiful. You do not need to get a double.
Depends if you want to get off your rocker.
Well, you don't need to, because the single measures are they're not a measure, they just literally pour it. So yeah, if you want to see the rest of your night and enjoy it, just stay on a single. I didn't see that glass there then. I thought you stood right on edge. God, my heart's in my mouth.
Double glazed.
That's new, isn't it? That's not been there for long.
Yeah, this here.
Looks like you just walked straight off the cliff. Well, I don't know what it is, but you don't look like you're supposed to.
Not very good, is it?
Oh yeah?
It's on rubber, that's why.
Alright.
Some seagulls there want some bread. Look. Have you got any bread?
No, I don't usually carry bread in my bag, Mark, believe it or not. Sea's calm, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just changed with this weather's changed, hasn't it, this afternoon?
It was roasting this afternoon. Believe it or not, you've been down to pool, haven't you?
You see I picked sun up, can't you, on camera? I'm all...
Oh yeah, you're all brown and that.
Yeah. I was at pool, wasn't I? But it was a bit too cold, wasn't it, to dive in, so...
So the bar behind us is just down from where we've just been stood on the point, and it's called Cherris Bar. It's quite well known with the English intake because they do loads of English menu, like your Sunday dinners, fish and chips, beef. Now we've never, roast beef. We've never been in there, but we've heard people that have been in there and said they've enjoyed it. So it's another place you might want to try, as well as John and Joseph's. What have you bought?
There you are.
Yeah, what, you bought the whole shop?
I bought some of these because I have some big headphones, but like I went to pool today and I couldn't find any. I had some little ones and it worked, but they're little wireless ones.
Oh, they're like the Apple ones then, aren't they?
Similar to
How much are those?
€19.
A lot cheaper then.
Yeah, so if they sound alright, we'll keep them. If they don't, then come back, can't they?
So you can go to the pool tomorrow and listen to some music now, can't you?
Yeah, well, I've got some language to learn, haven't I? So I can use them for that.
Yeah, you have. We'll tell you about that in another vlog. Hot tip number 2, do not, and I mean do not, use the ATMs that are freestanding or they may be in a supermarket on the wall, because they will charge you a fortune.
I mean, not all guaranteed to not give you your card back, that's the thing. Some of them go a bit faulty, don't they? So, and charging wise, they're a bit unscrupulous, aren't they?
The rates are awful, absolutely awful. You need to be using one of the banks behind us. Make sure you go to a reputable bank, and even if you think that the ATM's in like a supermarket, the supermarket will get a cut of whatever. They'll be on commission for every time it's used.
And even up on our campsite onto the road, there's one built into the wall there, isn't there?
Yeah, don't touch them. Make sure you sort your money out before you go out on the night. Make sure you've got enough money and keep your money safe.
And moreover, you'd be surprised how many places accept card on your phone now, so it's doubly secure, isn't it?
Yeah.
On your phone.
You don't need to take hundreds out with you guys. Just take a minimum out, and when you've run out, go home. And also, you will see shops where you can change your money, and the exchange rates will be really, really good. Now, when you go in, it's a scam, because when you go in, you'll have to change a massive amount of money to get that rate.
Like €1,000 or something.
And they won't tell you that. And when you've already changed your money and you've not got the rate that you thought you were going to get, they won't do anything about it. So make sure you go to a reputable money exchange place. Now, the ones we can recommend, there is an indoor market in Benidorm.
Yeah.
They're really good.
In the new town, we'll pass the stripping it heading out the other far side. That's definitely, everyone recommends that. I remember from years ago, we used to come on proper like package holidays here, and the tour operators on the bus used to recommend, didn't they?
And we were only in there the other day, and they're still all working. So that's years and years they've been there. They're reputable, and they give you the exchange rate they advertise as well.
Whether you're changing £20 or £2,000. But don't forget, still your phone contactless. If you have contactless set up on your phone, you can use that in most places now, can't you?
Yeah,
really
don't think you have to change hundreds of pounds.
We because we've been out for ages, and in Spain, we tend to pay for goods if we go to like one of these bric-a-brac mercachina shops, you know, ones where like sell all the stuff from China. We tend to pay cash in them normally, don't we?
Yeah.
But other than that, everywhere else is just contactless, not a problem, whether it's food or drink or whatever.
We'll explain to you the crossing of the roads in Benidorm. There's 2 different crossings. The one behind us is on a light system, so
it's
it will.
Special anyway, isn't it? Because it's curved, look.
So it will tell you when to cross, because there's a flashing green man and a flashing red man, just like back home. But there are crossings just like this, and they're like, what do you call them, pelican crossings?
Whatever, yeah, there's no timer or anything on it.
Now, if you commit yourself to it, the driver should stop for you in Spain, but don't take it for granted that they will. Make sure and cross safely, because some of them get really annoyed.
We normally try them like we go a bit, and then if you stop, then you're all right.
Yeah,
but most of them do, I must admit, they're quite polite, aren't they? Especially when even on the scooter, like, you know,
they will stop
you're
for you.
on your scooter, they will stop for you. So.
Now, we've come into the town and it is extremely busy. As you can see, we've both got bags around our hips, because it's renowned for pickpockets in Benidorm. But it is renowned for pickpockets all over the world. All we want to do is just alert you that it is quite rife in Benidorm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people with no money, and then people with no money want money, don't they? So.
Yeah. But if you do anything stupid like put your phone in your back pocket and it's hanging out just for a fashion statement, or your purse is not securely aware, they are going to have you.
Of course they will.
They work in groups and they watch for people that are vulnerable and people that are being silly with the things.
But it happens everywhere. We had it in Barcelona, didn't we? Risk of pickpockets and stuff.
But yeah, it's renowned. It's very well known in Benidorm for pickpockets.
Where we're going now, your favourite shop, aren't we? If it's still there.
I got some shoes from Benidorm last year, and they're the best shoes ever, most comfortable shoes. And we came back the second time to buy a few more, and they'd sold out.
Yeah. They have one pair weight your size, but you're hoping it's the same ones, like sandals, aren't they?
Yeah, we have seen some very similar up the road for $9.99, but I'm sure there was $7.99 down here.
You wore them forever, didn't you?
Yeah.
All through summer when we went
They were
round
really
Portugal
good.
and stuff.
Let's have a look. Oh, is that them? How much are they here? Oh, the $9.99, Mark.
Yeah.
Very similar to them. Can you just bend them, Mark? Show them what I mean. They look like stiff, but they're not. They're very soft.
Rubberized,
Yeah. If there's any more anywhere else? It was this one, yeah. It looks like they've fetched a new style of them out, Mark, and they've increased the price. Oh well, thought it'd be too good to be true. I'll keep looking anyway. Well, we've been into the shop and the man has confirmed that the shoes that I want are discontinued.
Yeah, but new one now, aren't they?
But I got the new ones instead because they're just as comfortable.
You got both.
And I got two different colours, black and beige. I'll show you them later on when we get back.
Definitely alright, but they look alright anyway, don't they?
And they're not $7.99 anymore, but they're $9.99. It's not exactly breaking the bank. Two pairs of shoes, comfy shoes, for 20 quid.
Just coming back to the scooters, aren't we?
They're surrounded by police. I'm wondering what's going on. I hope we haven't put them some. We put them on a bike rack anyway,
Yeah,
so
nothing to do with that, is it?
they've not been nicked. They're still there.
Let's have a quick walk down. Shall we get the scooters first now? Have a look.
Yeah, and a lot of people say to us, "What do you do with your scooters when you go out?" This is what we do.
This is typically what we're doing. The chain round there, just to deterrent, and then
Another
cable
chain
round there with a decent padlock, and round your stem 3 times, and around mine loads, and those around this bar. So
And a lot of you say if they want them, they're going to take them. Well, they probably would do. They can take anything they want, but
they can't they? But they're not that much here. Scooters. These scooters are like something like ours, similar ones now, about €300 each.
If
so
that.
they're low value, aren't they? They're not bothered.
yeah.
With a phone, it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, usually on the front here, this is where we're going to tell you there's normally a big problem. It's been going on for years and years and years. The Benidorm locals can't believe people are still falling for it.
Yeah.
We have mentioned this on our previous vlog. It's the Pman scam.
Yeah.
Now, the Pman, what is it?
He's a Pman. He has like potatoes, hollowed out potato skins.
Yeah.
And like a little pea, like a dried white pea. And he gets people to gamble, doesn't he, on which cup. It's like 3 cups and a pea in it.
It's found the pea basically under free potato shells. Now you'll see him. He'll have a cardboard box. It won't be anything extravagant. It'll just be a cardboard box turned upside down, and you'll hear a load of action going on, like you'll hear them cheering.
And stuff,
Now if you look, there'll be a gang of people around him. You'll think it's people getting involved. It's not. They're all scammers. They're all working together.
Yeah.
They make it look like they're winning every time, but when tourist comes along or a non-local, you will never ever win. They will take your money.
They let you win to start with, don't you? So you might put a €5 on, €5, and win €10 back, and then they get you like, don't they up you in and then drag you in, and then you put a bit more on, and then you end up, before you know it,
before you know it, you'll lose. You will lose all the time. Plus the people that are surrounding you are expert pickpockets.
Yeah.
So you're either going to lose your wallet and your cash, or you're going to lose a lot of money playing with the Pman. So be aware. They've been going for years. The police arrest them, fine them, but they make that much money. They're not bothered.
Just give them a ticking off, don't they?
Yeah, well, they know they make that much money. They pay the fine and they're back out on the streets again.
And do check out our video from last year, because we featured it quite a lot. I think we caught them on camera. So
yeah, we did, and we got a few nasty looks off them, didn't we? On every corner of the new town, on the strip as they call it. So if you want to come for a good party and a late night and a bit for the hen do's and everything, you will find people offering you drugs. Please be careful. They're offering you Charlie, weed.
Well, it might be talcum powder.
Could be. Just don't do it.
Last time I used talcum powder, I put it on my bum. No, it didn't do anything.
So don't interact with them. Just walk away. So here it is, the famous strip. Now, if it depends what you're after. If you're after a good night out and not remembering much of it, I know the hen do's and stag do's is where you'll find it. But we want to stress to you that Benidorm is full of all different areas. You don't have to come to this.
This is like the capital of rowdiness here, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone thinks this is what Benidorm is, and it's not. It is a really, really fun area if you're young enough to remember it, even if you're old enough.
There's still older people, there's people older than us, aren't they? Getting out of their head and stuff, getting drunk.
But again, we have just been offered drugs just on this corner here.
Just behind us, aren't they?
Yeah, anything to smoke,
shots,
anything to
and
sniff.
if you say it's no shot, no thanks, or say anything else, any Charlie and stuff
so just
like
be
that.
careful, guys, and keep your wits about you, but enjoy yourself. So we've showed you quite a few different areas of Benidorm up to now. We're back in the old town now, where the shopping precincts are, but there's a part that people always miss out, and it involves Mark's favourite pastime,
which is eating food.
So we're going to go and show you that now. The locals call it Centro, and the tourists are now calling it Midtown. So we've invented a new place in Benidorm. You've got the old town, the Midtown, and the strip.
Oh, the strip, yeah. Midtown sounds like somewhere in New York, doesn't it?
Midtown sounds like it's got your name all over it.
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go out for a Chinese in Midtown.
So this is Midtown, where everyone misses out on. The locals call it Central because it is quite central, isn't it?
Well, that's between New and Old Town, isn't it, this place?
And if there's no food on here worth having, it's not here because, and what's not here?
Chinese. Just walked up and down twice to make sure.
They've got Italian, Spanish, steakhouses.
They've got Radizio, they've got Indians, haven't they?
They've got the oldest Indian in Benidorm on here as well, and apparently it's that good, that's why it's lasted.
Making Chico lick his lips, that Radizio.
Yeah.
It's a Radizio.
So we'll just have a quick nip down now and show you exactly what kind of different restaurants are on here. But yeah, you'll have to visit this if you're not sure where it is. If you type in Winners Bar on Google, that's where it starts, at Winners Bar, and it's a full length of a street full of every food you can imagine.
Just past the main Bar Street heading towards the old town, isn't it?
Yeah.
Two streets back from the front.
And as well as food, they've also got a brand new bar called the TikTok Bar, which is a very, very, very well-known cocktail bar. So if you fancy a cocktail, you can get down here as well. I'm just looking at Italian there now. And there's Belgium. What else have we got, Mark?
Not Chinese.
Sorry. There's not a lot of Chinese at all. There's the ones that we know of, isn't there? Yeah. We have actually been given one to try, haven't we, on the main, the Grand China. But you like China Garden too much, don't you?
We have already been once.
Oh yes, we've already been. We went when the first night we got here, and we had a lovely meal. And you want to go back on Sunday, don't you, before we leave?
Not tonight.
Now, if you want a good seafood, apparently you need to come to this one, the Steakhouse. Don't know why it's called Steakhouse when it's famous for its seafood, but there you go. A lot of locals go there. If you want a good steakhouse, there's one on the end here, and I think it's about £23 per person, and it's one of those where you keep eating till you're full, basically.
Yeah, it's a Radizio, isn't it? So we just keep doing it.
You normally give you a red card and a green card, don't you? And if you turn it over and it's red, they'll stop serving you.
Yeah.
But if you're on green, it's keep going.
And it's India here, India Gate, Indian. It's a popular one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very popular, this one. If you fancy a good old Indian after you've had a night out on the town. Or if you fancy a Mexican, you can come down here. Now that was open today and it's closed. The one thing I can tell you is they're not all open at the same time. So depending on what night you come, I can't guarantee which one's going to be open, which ones are going to be closed.
You're not going to go hungry though, are you?
No.
Unless you can only eat Chinese.
Yeah.
So just off of our little bit of a subject about do's and don'ts and where to eat, you might be thinking what we're doing back in Benidorm. Well, I think we've already mentioned that we took Chico to the vets, didn't we? It's a different vets this time, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had to go to a different vets because the vets we've travelled all the way to Benidorm for is closed.
I'll leave until next month, so we'd have run out of his time. We would have needed his rabies, so we've been to another one, which we'll put the details in the video description.
Because they were a really good vet, really good and lovely, very caring.
Spent an hour checking Chico over as well. We paid for his rabies and everything, and it's checked €30, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So the last time we did a vlog, a lot of you did mention to us you wouldn't be paid to come to Benidorm. I hope we have changed your mind. We've showed you where you don't need to go if you don't want to go, but there's something for everyone in Benidorm. You need to come and try it. don't be put off with what you've been shown on the TV. It's not all hen nights and stag do's.
No.
There's all this here. This is lovely, and you can go to the old town, and you can go to the next beach on. There's lots to do in Benidorm, so come and give it a try.
Give it a try. You can stay away from here banging, or you can go to the head banging. You can go to the strip joints, can't you? There's all sorts of things. Some people do something on segways. What is it? I don't know what it's called. That and something on segways. I'm sure anyone who's watched that will put it in the comments.
Segways?
Yeah, I think they do something on segways in a bar. Something a bit rude. So.
No idea.
Since we're locked our scooters up, it's become a bar. So we're just going to move them now. We're heading down to the beach, so we'll get them moved before we get in trouble. They seem to be a bit funny in Spain. Things have changed, I think. It used to be an issue. I think it seems to be an issue now, parking your scooters, doesn't it? Wherever you seem to put them in the wrong place.
So we've just come down to the beach, and it's Friday, so it looks like the hens and the stags have all flown back in again, doesn't it? Because it were dead yesterday.
Yeah, there's numerous Facebook pages and stuff you can tune into and join them. There's people telling each other who's coming out and it's rife with people coming out for them sort of things at the minute, which I'm not surprised. Cheap,
all the front bars are getting busy, and it's only 3 o'clock, is it? 3:30?
4.
Oh, 4 o'clock now.
Yeah,
but we've come down to show you the beach, because no good seaside resort would not be complete without a fantastic beach, and Benidorm has 6 kilometres of sandy beach. Now you can fetch your towel down in yourself and your swimming costume, and it's free, or you can get a parasol with a chair. Now you will be charged. Anything you do otherwise than fetch your own things down is chargeable.
Yeah, it's €6 for a umbrella. That's an umbrella.
A umbrella?
That's what we call it, umbrella. And a hammock-ass, which is your bed chair, your sun lounge, is €6. It's from 10 till I think 7 at night. 10 in the morning till 7 at night. After that, you're off it. So
yeah, but it doesn't depend if it doesn't matter if you have it for an hour or all day. It will be £12 for the both of them.
Just be wary if you do come down here, because we've done it firsthand ourselves. You burn quite easily with the cool breeze coming off the sea when it's coming this way. But you burn, you don't realise.
Yeah. So yeah, and anything else you want to do, the water sports are all chargeable. Your jet skis are like €100 for an hour. There is a skiing centre just further up. You can go on skis.
Water ski, can't you?
Yeah, there's also.
Can I?
Yeah, okay.
I'm good at doing all that sort of movements, aren't I? Skiing and stuff like that. I'd be right going up and down and all sorts, wouldn't I?
So anyway, yeah, you can hire pedals. Pedals are about €30 for half an hour. You can get them with slides on them or basic pedals, but they're not as easy as they look. So be very careful if you, like us too. We'd probably get stranded out there. We wouldn't be able to get back, would we?
The other thing is out there, it's like a little island, which anyone who's
That's called Benidorm Island.
Well, it is Bird Island.
It is Benidorm Island.
Because you get loads of seagulls. We went out on it some years ago. There's a boat trip. It's definitely worth going out, but if it's a hot day, just be careful because it gets really hot.
There is a cafe there. You can get refreshments on, and we advise you to walk straight to the top because the views are phenomenal.
It takes some walking up. It doesn't look much from here, but when you get there, it's a fair trek up.
And it's not a lot. I think it's about €12 or something for the boat there. It weren't a lot anyway.
But it's worth a do. You go from the port, don't you, the harbour in the old town at the front between the two beaches, so it's worth having a look at that.
Anyway, we need to get back up to camp because we've got a quiz night tonight, so we'll probably something else we're going to come in last up unless we can team up with some brain boxes up there, but we've got to wade ourselves all the way through these hen and stag do's, so I think we need to start moving, don't we?
If we see anything spectacular on the way, we'll show you.
Right, so we're back and we're all ready to go out and do a bit of quizzing. And I said I'd show you the shoes that I got yesterday. €9.95 each, or one was 10, one was $9.95. This is them. Oh, Chico likes them. So I've got one in beige and one in black. As you can see, they're quite bendy, so they're really soft. They're not as hard as they actually look. So, do you like them, Cheeks? Look at this one here.
I've got my new jeans on, haven't I?
Mark's got some new jeans on. Bought yourself some new jeans. But
got my new cap on as well, haven't I? Yeah,
where did you see those originally?
In Italy, didn't I? They were about €70, €60. So.
And how much was that?
How much did I pay for it? €5, I think, something like that.
€5, guys. I think it quite suits him actually.
Alright, give me the money now. Give me the money. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay.